Good morning, friends. Welcome here. My name is Pat, and today I would like to welcome you to asana practice and invite you to these lands that I call home here in Treaty 1, Manitoba. Lots of nature here, the beautiful trees, beautiful green grass, and chickens running around. So I just invite you to take a moment to maybe close down your eyes and just start connecting to the breath. Finding an easy seat wherever you feel comfortable. Taking a nice big breath in through the nose, out through the nose. And just beginning to notice where your body is making contact with the ground. Sending down roots into the ground and connecting with the earth beneath you. Maybe checking in with yourself and notice how you're feeling today. Noticing any sounds that arise around you. And just tuning into that breath again. And slowly bringing our hands to the knees if that feels comfortable for you. And slowly just starting to rotate the torso around. Just bringing gentle movement to the hips, the lumbar spine. Maybe adding our shoulders into the motion. Getting into the thoracic spine. Maybe letting the head follow. Getting into that cervical spine. And then gently moving in the opposite direction. Once it feels complete for you, maybe moving the right hand down to the ground, feeling the ground beneath you, sending those roots down from the fingertips in towards the ground. And then on the next inhale, bringing the opposite arm up, reaching towards the sky. And then on that exhale, bringing that hand down to the earth and reaching the other hand up to the sky. Feeling into the side body, just going from side to side, moving at your own pace with your breath whenever it feels right for you. And just moving from side to side. Going as deep or as shallow as feels good in your body. Knowing that every pose is an invitation. Trusting that your body knows what it needs best. And I'm trusting that you're going to honor that knowing. And we can bring the hands back down to center, placing the hands out in front of us, grounding them into the earth. We're going to move the knees and feet back, coming into a tabletop position. And on that inhale, we're going to drop the belly down, reach the chin up towards the sky into our cow. And maybe on the exhale, curving that spine towards the ceiling. And tucking the chin in towards the chest. And moving with your own breath here, inhaling up, exhaling down, adding any extra movements that feel good in your body here, just starting to wake up that spine, noticing the compression of the abs and the lengthening of the spine. And then finding that tabletop again, nice flat back, and maybe pushing the hip to the side, and then pushing the hip to the other side, really feeling into those hips. Just moving from side to side here. And whenever you feel ready, gently pushing the hips back towards the heels, stretching the hands out, grounding into the ground, into our child's pose. Bringing the forehead down to the ground, and then rolling the spine up back to our tabletop. And we'll do that 2 more times. So pushing the hips back towards the heel, dropping the head down, extending the hands, and then rolling the spine back up. And 1 more time, pushing back into our child's pose, and then rolling up. This time tucking our toes. We're going to push back into our downward facing dog, pushing those heels towards the mat, belly reaches towards the thighs, and then gently stretching out the legs, maybe keeping a soft bend to the knees here, and then just reaching those hips to the back of your mat, and dropping those shoulders down away from the ears into our downward facing dog. If it feels good for you, you can pedal your feet here into our walking dog, pumping those heels up and down. And then gently walking our hands towards our feet. I'll just move up here. Maybe reaching the hand to the elbow, and then dropping the head down, coming into a forward fold, maybe swaying from side to side or walking out the knees if that feels good in your body. We'll stay here for just 1 more breath. And then on the inhale, we're going to slowly roll up, bringing the hands up. Hands touching together, gazing into the palms of the hand. And then on the exhale, bring those hands back down, finding our mountain pose. Everything is active and we're standing nice and tall and strong like a mountain. And again, finding those roots, sending them into the ground, connecting with the land beneath you, wherever you are today. We'll take a few deep breaths here. Maybe picking up the toes on that left foot and really grounding them into the ground, and then just slowly start putting some weight onto that foot, just gently lifting the right foot up off of the earth, finding that balance. And maybe this is as far as we're going to go today. We can bring our hands to our hips if that feels good. And if you found your balance, maybe we want to come a little bit higher up into our tree pose, and then finding a place for your hands to go. They can stay on your hips or they can rise up into our tree. And then floating those hands back down. We'll send that foot back down into the earth, gripping the mat with this foot now, finding that balance And then gently bringing the weight onto that right foot. Maybe staying with our left toes on the ground for balance. Maybe coming up a little bit higher. Maybe inhaling our hands up. And we will float those hands down. And we're gonna swoop them down and up. And on that next exhale, sending the hips back, bowing forward into a forward fold. We'll inhale, halfway lengthen, nice flat back. And then on that exhale, we're gonna plant the hands down to the mat, take a step back and lower our body down to the mat. On the inhale, coming up into a baby cobra or a cobra. And then exhale, we're gonna send those hips back to a child's pose, reaching out the hands, bringing the head down towards the mat. Just taking 2 nice breaths here, connecting with the earth beneath you. And then we're going to gently walk our hands back to a seated posture. And I'd like to thank you for your time and your energy today. And I hope you're enjoying this practice. Namaste, my friends.